All right, let's dive into a small but really common point in English grammar that trips up a lot of people. The difference between used to and be used to. They sound so similar, but trust me, they mean totally different things. I mean, just look at these two sentences. At a glance, they look almost the same, right? It's just a couple of tiny words, am and that ing at the end. But in English, those little changes make a world of difference. So what is the difference, really? This is one of those classic tricky spots, but I promise, once you see the simple logic behind it, you're gonna get it, and you'll never mix them up again.
Yeah, it's a pretty common grammar headache for sure. But today, we're going to solve this thing for good.
So let's start with the second phrase, be used to. To make this easy, I like to call this the rule of comfort, because it's all about what feels normal and familiar to you right now. Be used to is all about that feeling of familiarity. It means you're comfortable with something because it's not new or strange anymore. You've adapted to it. It's become normal. And there's actually a super simple little formula for this. Think of it like a recipe. You start with your subject, like I, she, or they. Then you add the right be verb, am, is, are. After that, you add used to, and then, this is the crucial part, you finish with either a gerund, which is just a verb ending in ing, or you can just use a noun. So here's what that looks like in real sentences. I am used to waking up early, or she is used to speaking in public. Each one of these is describing a current level of comfort. And notice those last two. They are used to the cold weather, and we are used to the noise. See? You can just pop a noun in there instead of an ing verb, and it works perfectly. The feeling behind every single one of these sentences is basically this. This isn't hard for me anymore. It feels normal. If you can remember that, you've mastered be used to. And of course, it works in the negative too. If you say, I am not used to driving in big cities, it just means the whole experience is still new or a little uncomfortable for you. You just haven't adapted yet. And if you want to ask a question, it's easy. You just flip the subject and the be verb. Are you used to working late at night? You're simply asking someone about their comfort level with that situation.
Okay, ready for the main event? Let's put these two structures head to head. This is the ultimate comparison. Past habits versus current comfort.
This chart is where it all clicks. Up top, you've got used to plus a simple base verb. This talks about a past habit that is over. I used to play soccer means I don't play anymore. But look at the bottom. Be used to plus an ing verb is about your comfort right now. I am used to playing soccer means it feels completely normal for me to do it.
Let's just zero in on that first one for a second. I used to teach online. When you hear that, you know the story's over. It's a habit from my past that just isn't true anymore.
And now, feel the difference. I'm used to teaching online. This has nothing to do with the past. It's all about my state of mind today. It tells you that teaching online feels completely natural to me now. All right, so you've got the theory. Now let's actually put it into practice and look at some of the common mistakes so you can avoid them. You know, theory is one thing, but hearing this stuff in a natural, real conversation is what really makes it stick. So let's listen in on a quick dialogue. So person A kicks things off asking about that comfort level. Are you used to teaching at night? And person B's answer is perfect. Not really. I'm still getting used to the schedule. That phrase, getting used to, shows they're in the middle of the process. They're adapting, but they're not quite there yet. Person A, though, is totally adapted. They say, I'm used to working late, and they give the reason. I've done it for years. It's just their normal now. And this last exchange just seals the deal. The question goes into the past. Were you used to this when you started? And the answer? No, I wasn't. It was really hard. Just perfectly shows that this comfort, this feeling of being used to something, is something that you gain over time. Okay, if you only remember one thing to avoid, please make it this. Do not forget the be verb. The number one mistake is saying something like, I used to working late. That's not quite right. That little am is so important. It has to be, I am used to working late. So, we've covered the theory, we've seen it in action. Now, to really make this all sink in, let's make it personal. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. What are you used to doing now that once felt strange or difficult? Could be a new job, a hobby, maybe even speaking English. That feeling you have now, that moment where it finally feels normal, that is the heart and soul of be used to.